Hello everyone. Hope all of you are doing great. Friends, today I'm going to share my viewpoint on how to achieve impossible, or you could say how to change impossible into possible. Here, the discussion of my viewpoint would be in the context of our dreams, goals, and ambitions of life. So how we can achieve those goals and ambitions which looks impossible at this stage of formulation. We are going to discuss this scientifically. With the help of science, we will see how we can change impossible into possible. Before discussing those things, let's first understand the origin of this word impossible. We all know that this word impossible is made of prefix I am and word possible. The moment we remove this prefix I am, it becomes word possible, which gets completely opposite meaning of its word impossible. It's like other side of the world, and we could see word possible. So this I am was a blocking point which was stopping us to see word possible. In the same way, this I am has representations in our lives too, which once we remove them, we could make our dreams, goals, and ambitions possible. So, what are those representations and how those representations are impacting our lives? Now we are going to discuss that. The first representation of what I am talks about our present situations and circumstances which our life is going through, which we are experiencing presently. We all are driving towards a better future and working every day and putting our efforts to add up something in our present to make it a better phase. In this transition from present to better future, we would come across forces and situations. It could be related to the financial, social, psychological, and system of our lives. Out of them, some would be positive and some would be negative. The positive forces we come across, we have to take them along and we have to make ourselves stronger. And the negative forces we come across, we fight them off and we have to nullify those forces. Forces like negative criticism, doubt on your intent, lack of confidence, financial crunch, sometimes lack of system support, cheat, lack of support from the people who really matters to you, and there are many more. So we have to fight off these forces because such forces always act as a blockage on our way to our better future. And sometimes this blockage is temporary, but in some cases it could be permanent as well. These forces try to pull us down and reduces our energy which is required to achieve our dreams and goals. So we have to ensure that our energies are not getting reduced because for any dreams and goals we need certain level of energy that we have to transfer into our goals and dreams so that it can reach to that point where it becomes a reality, and that reality we can experience. As we know that we have to create that transition from present to future to achieve our dreams and goals. In present, it is just an idea because it is in the formulation stage, but it will become a reality if we connect it to its place where it belongs to, and that place is in our future. So we have to transfer that level of energy into it so that it can find the movement it needs to become a reality, which we can experience. Friends, we all know that sometimes One's dream is already an achievement and reality of someone that one is already experiencing. So, how to find the required energy level? For this, we are going to take help of physics. Friends, in physics, it's mentioned that amount of energy transfer on an object which creates displacement is called as work done. So here the formula would be E is equal to the productivity of M into G into H, where M is the mass of the object, G is the gravity force, H is the distance the object travels or the distance object gains. We take this instance when the object is moving vertically in the atmosphere, where gravity is the external force on the object and the object gains height, or you can say object gains displacement. So, how we will represent this formula in our real lives? The representation of this formula will change a bit. In our real life, M will represent mass of our dreams, goals, and ambitions. G will represent the forces around us which are trying to pull us down, which are acting against us. And H will represent the height we have to travel in order to achieve our dreams or goals, in order to make them a reality. So, how to get value for this? How we can get the value of mass, height, and the forces around us? So, what is mass? Mass is a measure of amount of knowledge, skills, ability, and talent of the respective goal and ambition. Every level of hierarchy in job demands certain level of knowledge and skills to perform. And same is with the competitive exams. Higher the level of exam, higher the amount of knowledge and skills it requires to compete. G represents the forces around which deflects our energy into the other directions. The forces which try to pull us down, which try to stop our movement towards our future. H represents the height our dreams and goals have to travel to reach that future point where it will become a reality. The distance it has to travel. This H, this distance, also talks about our preparedness level in comparison to the level required to achieve success and realize our dreams. Lesser the preparedness level, higher will be the distance to travel. And in other case, higher the preparedness level, lower will be the distance to travel to achieve your dreams and goals. I will give you an example for this. If two friends are there and both of them wants to clear the exam IIT to become an engineer, if we take one hypothetical situation that the preparedness level for the both are same, and if one only aims to clear the exam and the other aims to clear the exam and get in the first top 10, then the value of height will be higher for the second person. So you have to find out that required energy level by knowing the value of mass of your dreams, goals, and your respective ambition. You must analyze your preparedness level in comparison to the required level to achieve your dreams and goals so that you can have an understanding how long you have to travel. And you have to understand the negative forces around you which are trying to pull you down and creating blockage on your way to success. But friends, knowing this is not that all sufficient. You have to ensure that your energies are utilized properly and not deflected into the undesired directions. To ensure required energies are channelized into our dreams and goals, we need to infuse some factors like determination, focus, motivation, and concentration into it so they can reach their destination and they are channelized into the direction which are desired by us. Let's talk about the second representation of word I am. The second representation of word I am talks about ego. We say self conceit. In Hindi, we call it as ahankar. So, what this ego or ahankar is all about? This ego is a state of feeling and thinking of self with the attitude of supremacy, the attitude that distinguishes oneself from the others. But why this ahankar or ego is bad for us and how it creates negative vibes in our lives? This ego creates boundaries and restrictions in our open world and controls our movements and our interactions with others. It does not let us coordinate with people and resources outside its boundary, which it has created to restrain our networking. But why it does so? What's the reason behind? It does so because it has insecurity issue. Yes, you heard it right. Ego is having insecurity issue. It feels that once it allows you to interact and coordinate freely with people and resources, then there would be probability and chances that you may find better people and resources around. And if it happens so, then its fake bubble of supremacy created by itself will burst out. And the reality of this would put an end to its existence. So, for its own survival, it creates that boundary of limitations so that we will have a limited resources and people to interact with. But we all know, friends, that if we want to achieve our goals and ambitions, we have to connect with right people. We have to articulate the resources around so that we can create that bridge which will connect our present to that brighter future. And we can walk on that bridge and reach our destination. That's why, friends, we must remove ego from within. We have to overcome this factor. Now, let's discuss about the next representation of I am. The third representation of what I am talks about comfort zone. We create our own comfort zone out of compulsion. If we happen to be in a situation for a long while, even though that situation and state is undesired, our body and mind is designed like that. If we don't work and don't create new resources to it so that it can develop, then it creates its own world with the resources available to it. First, our body and mind will coordinate with each other and will try to find a way out of the undesired situation. But when it fails to do so, due to any circumstances, then it will adjust itself and it will surrender itself into that particular situation. And slowly, slowly, it will get accustomed to that particular situation. It doesn't stop here. Now it will turn our life into a box of limited world, a world with limited resources and limited space to try and achieve bigger goals. It will restrict our life to experiment anything new. We have to avoid this situation. We must come out of our comfort zone, friends. Then only we will be able to achieve our dreams and goals. This comfort zone kills our all creativity, all our desires to do something new. So we have to come out of the comfort zone, friends. So, friends, this was my viewpoint on how to achieve impossible or how you can change impossible into possible. I hope you liked the content of it. I hope you liked my viewpoint. And at the same time, I hope this viewpoint will help you achieve your good dreams, goals, and ambitions of your lives. Wish you all the very best from my side. And I will say thank you so much for listening to me and having patience for me. We will meet again with a new content, with a new viewpoint. Till then, friends, take care, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much. Bye.